Welcome to the Bat Wing. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell.
Who rang that bell? We did.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell.
Yeah.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Metaverse cast. Where is it? Casting check. Right. Hopefully it will be correct. Check. Let's go. Wee! We It's dark in here. We need some light in. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to get things kicked off. We're in the the metaverse. And, well, we'd like to go ahead and bring up Microsoft Flight Simulator to the desktop. Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're working on that career mode. I am your host, Nick Arthur Knight, aka NightBat341. We're ready to get flying. in a metaverse. All right. Career mode. This is the 4th installment. We've got some fun coming at you, courtesy of Apple Music right there on Live Me, the Nick Arthur account on Live Me. We're going out a cappella on YouTube and Twitch, but it's a party over here. We're going to hit start, and I'm going to go ahead and jump into the MetaNetter. Hey! All right, recenter. And we're just going to have some faith until I get, well, multitasking going. Yes, multitasking. Woo-hoo. Yeah, baby. VR the right way. Yeah. Baby. All right. Now. Oh, God. All right, career mode. We'll work it out one step at a time. I really do need to bring a couple of windows along for the ride, so let me go pop those out. Yeah. All right, pin it. I love those multitasking windows. We're going to need to pop out an instance of the simulator. Keep that around somewhere. For VR, and we'll be working on optimizing the VR experience over time. See if we can get every frame out of it at the highest fidelity possible, resolution. All right. 2 desktops, audio controls, audio level. It's coming out pretty hot right now, ain't it? Yeah, it's pretty good. Wee-hee! Yeah. All right. I think I am going to need at least one indicator of our stream. For now, I'll pull them both out. Hopefully everything's locked down. Oh. One for Live Me and one for... All right, let me go ahead and adjust that video brightness. I don't know how it got dark. All right. Properties. Multitasking. I'm on the desktop and I don't see the properties one. Slow it down. Pick that into properties. Configure the video. Color temperature. And the ever drifting apply 2 stops. Well, we can see the headset. -2. A little brighter. I guess that's as bright as NightBat341 is going to be this go round. Out there on, well, good vibing. Let's see. How about that? Yeah. All right, we're vibing. Desktop. All right, we're ready to get started. Once again, I'm Nick Arthur Knight, coming to you from the ATX, the live music capital of the world, also known as Bat City. Perhaps you've been to the Bat Bridge here in the ATX in the Central Texas region of, well, that great state of Texas. So we decided to go ahead and name ourselves NightBat341. I was introduced to the great state of Texas in the United States Air Force, and I've had my fair share of 341s pulled during various stages of training. It's a document to document, well, excellence as well as, well, disciplinary actions. The 341. So in just NightBat 341 here in Central Texas, Bat City, Austin. All right, we're going to get some flying in career mode. I'm going to go ahead and click on that menu and see what we can make happen. Sorry, now we just lost the broadcast windows. I guess I'm going to get a 341 pull for that. Hopefully now. Parts in the right place. Everything is pinned down. I'll reorg the windows. Looks like I got a couple more windows than I anticipated. But this one is all too important. This is focused on the app window. I don't believe I'm going to be needing my desktops, though, in the near term. At most, I expect to need to foreground the app and adjust the audio levels. How about that? Of course, those windows being in front of me are going to present a challenge until it gets worked out. Apparently, when you have windows in front of the controls in the aircraft, career mode, the clicks are not always registered on the Microsoft Flight Simulator user interface. All right, we're working our way towards a B. We did have a few 341s pulled. How unfortunate. But have no fear. NightBat will make it. What? Onto the runway? Okay. So, go back to certifications. So far, he has passed 2 certifications. Private pilot license airplane and commercial pilot license airplane. The goal is to be able to, well, shuttle folks around the Caribbean, island flights, island hopping, and that's going to require us to, I believe, get the airline transport pilot license airplane. And I think ultimately, I'm hearing myself pretty loud in my own ears. Perhaps a heavy airline rating, but a jet airline transport pilot rating, I think, is a good intermediate goal. And then I'll decide if I'm going to do turboprops or rotorcraft helicopters. Heavy airliners are not really my thing. I kind of like the small general aviation aircraft. So we'll see what happens. All right, so I've begun instrument rating training, and it was going okay. It didn't go as well as I hope, but I do want to take the exam for 10,000 credits. Currently, I have 3,710 credits. So the instrument rating allows you to navigate when you cannot fly using visual references. You will no longer be grounded by cloudy, raining, snowy, or poor visibility conditions. Tips: I'd recommend to train more to have a chance. All right, I've done some training in 2020, so I'm kind of jumping in Flight Sim 2024. So I'm going to try to not go back and take all of the training again and see how it works out. I can tell you this, perhaps that approach, well, needs some adjustment, maybe some flaps, slow your roll player. But, we're going to see if we can manage to get it there without getting 341s pulled, or at least the whole book of them. All right, so I'm going to go and click on what? I don't want to take the exam. I'm going to go back. All right, so right now, I'm not registering clicks. And that's the first thing I always do is make sure I have focus. So I'm going to click right here and say, yep, it's blue. The border of that is blue. We do have focus. I got a cursor again, back illuminated. One of those things, right? Those glitches in the metaverse. All right. Instrument rating. That's the thing. I think I just need to go perhaps back to headquarters and get out of this view. All right. I'll go through the menus one by one so I get used to seeing it. So I did unlock first flight, ferry flight. First flight is taking people out to, their first flight. Ferry flight is delivering aircraft. Flight seeing is people want to fly over and look at, towns, what have you. And those are the three things that I have unlocked. And then, I don't know, I can click on that and it'll tell me what planes you can use to, operate in those missions. I'll go back to headquarters. And again, I don't seem to be able to make a selection, so let me go toggle meta menu mode, triggered, and click. And then I'm not part of any company, and then there's missions. All right, now we look at the globe and we see something we can do. I want to pick something short and sweet to get warmed up. And this looks like just a flight. Flying familiar faces to the local club around St. George's. Difficulty 1. Not very lucrative, I'm sure. 720 credits, 30 minutes. It's a VFR flight. And I could view the briefing or click it. It's the first flight, flying familiar faces to the local club around St. George's. Brief. Emmeline Benjamin just arrived at the club with a nice colleague. Get ready to show them nice views of their beloved region around St. George's. We're going from ICAO code. What? All right. Now, I do need my desktop because if I'm using lingo, it might be nice to be able to say what that lingo is. All right. Now, I've got mouse lock on this desktop, so let me go ahead and open that up maybe here. All right. Gotta look for Copilot and see if we can get her to talk to us. All right. What is an ICAO code? ICAO. What is the airport associated with ICAO code TRPG? Tango R Papa Golf. Yeah. I thought that was on St. George. And what is R? Is it Rex? Hey, in the NATO phonetic alphabet, what is the letter R? Romeo. Anything else? St. George's. I thought TRPG, Tango Romeo Papa Golf, was on the island of St. George's. No, something may have changed. Okay, whatever. I know that they call it St. George's. So while in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I'll go with that. Okay, so now, sorry, baby. Okay, now I'm gonna go look at the electronic flight bag on my iPad. I don't know, Android. All right, can I zoom it with my thumbstick? Apparently not. I'd have to reach for my mouse. All right. It is what it is. Okay, so what's the pattern? All right. We're going to depart. It looks like west, due west 270. Make a left-hander. So from the start of the runway down the runway to our initial climb waypoint, this triangle here. And once we make that initial climb, we're going to make a left to enter the pattern, waypoint 1. All right, we're going to fly southerly. We're going to turn around and head back up northerly to waypoint TRBER. And then we're going to go to waypoint ED. Is that a W? 45. And then we're going to go northeast to W45. And then what appears to be due east to now. My upwind and downwind are a little sketchy. Okay. All right. We take off onto the upwind leg. Upwind leg? Is that what I'm trying to say? Yeah. I need to turn my volume down. Okay. So this is the downwind leg, right? We're going to make a left onto the base leg and then a left onto final and land the plane back on the runway. Yeah, upwind and downwind, right? So now we could also look and get some information about those waypoints. And what I like to know is on my initial climb, I'm climbing going 284 degrees, right? Which we know is, well, westerly because 270 would be due west, right? So 285 coming back, right, on final to runway 28. So runway 28 is 285 degrees. So when you're getting that 280-degree range, the runway is labeled 28. So we're taking off from 28, headed out west, and we're landing, coming back west on 28. So I guess this final waypoint could be the final approach fix, but the waypoint is named final, right? So that's the waypoint to which you want to head in order to land. All right. So estimated time and route from runway or en route from runway 28 to the initial climb waypoint is 24 seconds of climb. And then 19 to the pattern, a minute and 32 to EN0, a minute and 12 more, 19, 31, 19, 19. Not too, long. Now, they're saying our true airspeed would be 175 knots. The estimated time en route is 5 minutes total. We're going 15 nautical miles. So 5 minutes to make, 700 credits. That's not too bad, right? All right. So what else is there to know? I guess click to see what else is available. Nothing here on clip charts. What's this one? All right. That's the fuel options. All right. Contingency fuel, 6 pounds. Taxi fuel, 10 pounds. All right. Alternate fuel, 25 pounds. Block fuel, 159 pounds. I don't know. You really want to get into those kind of details? It's there. Next. Payload options. No passenger weight, no cargo weight. What? Really? I don't know. I thought we were taking Emmeline Benjamin just arrived at the club with a nice colleague. Get ready to show them nice views. Yeah, I don't know why that's 0, but it is. It's a VFR flight. Registration. All right. Now I have to put on my Ray-Bans. And the registration is our aircraft registration, which is N November, Alpha November, and Nick Arthur 9. All right. And that's also 255-0255. Not literally, but that's how I think of it because I always use hot pink because it's a neon color. All right. And moving on. That's when I'm doing design work kind of stuff. Flight number, none. Let's skip that. Call sign. All right. It is night. NightBat341. All right. How about that? Yoo-hoo. Yay. All right. Now, ain't no big deal. Now, that's right. We'll give you back to your thing. I can't tell you who's you do your thing. All right, close the flight bag. You see that flight level 100 or flight level 100? That's 10,000 feet. I want to change that. I want to see if I could say flight level 10. Back it up one and see if they're even paying attention to that number. What you want to do? What you want to do? All right. Get out of my Meta glasses, my Ray-Bans, and close the EFB. All right, so we got a digital elevation map, or a DEM, from ESRI. Esri. Girl. Actually, that's probably useful information for some curious individual. Please describe ESRI and ArcGIS. What are those two terms? And how do they relate to digital elevation maps, or DEMs? Does Microsoft... What? Hello? Testing? What? Hello? Testing? Hey, am I here? How come I don't hear me? What just happened? I must have hit that button. Testing. I don't hear me. We got to be careful. Stop. Does Microsoft Flight Simulator use DEM or ESRI data? Can DEMs be converted to grayscale height maps? Can digital elevation models be converted to grayscale height maps? No, thank you. All right. So there's your education for tonight's broadcast. We shall continue. All right. Well, let me move that out of the way. Let's see if we can get her done. All right. Here we go. Take off my Ray-Bans and accept the mission. We were just looking at a map, right? 3D map. And we're getting ready to fly around a 3D globe full of digital elevation model tiles. All right, first flight flying familiar faces to the local club around St. George's, 720 credits. Client is John Lewis, the flight coordinator. Operator, No City Flying Club. Objective, offer high quality sightseeing flight to your passenger. Mission criteria, 16,500 experience points. Sightseeing quality is one of the grading criteria. Flight smoothness and landing smoothness. Back to the world map or fly. We'll go ahead and click fly. All right, there she is. There's the bird. All right, we're going to go and do a walk around. And I'm probably going to need to map some keys again. But for now, we're just jitter on over. The menu jitters. The plane's not really. All right, so we're going to remove chocks. We don't have to do it in order, but chocks. All right, plane can now roll. Remove the engine cover. All right, we have removed the engine. Wow, look at the detail in there. All right, remove the pitot tube so we can find out our airspeed. Remove the static port cover. I don't know if that's for pressure. All right, we have done so. Now, pre-flight, plus shift sheet, I'm gonna have to bring my mic level down. Okay, let's go and knock that out. Be careful where you grab. Under me. Oh, this will be the first time. I think I might have to just bring my headset down. Bring my headset down? Yeah, that's better for me. I can't really groove to the music so much, but that's cool. Okay. Now, we just need to start clicking on points, so we'll go ahead and check out the oil first. Looks good. All right. I'm going to give you the full experience. Now, I'm going to lift, well, not with that hand. Why? Because I mapped the trigger to rotate so I can walk around it. I still have to, I think I'm going to hook up my Xbox controller when I find out what it's behind. All right. Wiggle the right aileron, wiggle the, or flick the right flap, flick the right tire, the right strut. Did I miss the landing gear strut? Was that a strut? A shock? What are you going to call that? I did not get credit for the tire. I passed my rate 5 times. All right. I didn't get credit for the strut. Got it. I guess I better be patient and wait. Wait. All right. Wiggle, wiggle. I got credit, but you can wiggle it. Oh wow, I actually cannot. What is that? The rudder on the stabilizer? The wiggle the elevators? Did I get credit yet? I think the elevators, they wanted to go all the way up and all the way back. But and I'll check the luggage compartment into left strap. Eventually, I'm going to be skipping this, but in the early days, I will play the game. I'll play the game. They want you to know that you gotta inspect your gun before you get up in the air if you want to be. Now, I gotta use my trigger to turn, kneel down and put the tire there to get it. And then, yes. All right. We have checked all points. The only thing, the doors also have those dots, but you don't get credit. We are now in the plane. The electrical system must be turned on in order to use the radio and speak to air traffic control. I'm going to do a double grip just to see if they're mapped. Apparently not. Do I have mouse control? No, I don't. Put on my Ray-Bans and click on that. Now will you accept my double grip? All right. Will you let me move it? Yes. And here's the mission steps. I'll leave it right in front of my nose. Somewhere. All right. So air traffic control communication. Admission steps. So I need to press enter to request boarding. All right. So that requires keyboard entry, and we're in the meta. So what does that mean? Press the meta menu button to get the Ray-Bans on, put my shades on a little bit, and my Ray-Bans come equipped with a keyboard, virtual keyboard. Eventually, it'll probably use, gaze or eye tracking and hand tracking. How about that? Is that is a wish? Okay, so enter, and we just got credit. Press enter. Now, what I am not hearing currently is any audio associated with the game simulator. So They just told me some wonderful facts about my passengers. Probably I missed it. That's okay. So I'm assuming that if I were to look behind me, hey, how you doing? I think that crop. You ready for your trip? All right. Don't be nervous. It's okay. You're in good hands. Really good hands. Trust me. Have a good day at work today? I hope so. Oh, you're off. Oh, okay. All right. Like those kicks. What are those Converse? You ask a lot of questions? Oh, sorry. Let me get you to where you go. Okay. I didn't read on the app that said you wanted quiet, but that's all right. I understand. Sometimes I want people to be quiet too. Oh, you like Stevie Wonder though? Okay, okay, yeah. She like, yeah. Okay. Okay, so now where am I at? I need to hit Control E, right? All right. Do I really need this on the dashboard? I don't know. That's how important it is to me, right? All right. Let me put you over here somewhere like that. Okay. But I do need to hit Control E. All right. And the weirdest thing is see how the meta menu turned? There. I want to make sure that I am centered. Just for sanity. Let me hit the center button. I'm centered. Once I know that I am centered, I'm trying to figure out a way to ensure that I'm always in sync with Meta. Okay, Meta considers that the center right now. All right. So now I will put the keyboard somewhere that's going to basically be out of the way, but available. And then I'll put my audio over there. Like, most folks are not going to go through this unless they're doing multitasking like me. I know it gets a little complicated looking. But, like, right now, these are just here for me to be able to glance and see that my stream is doing fine. So I'll put that up over the wing. This is my desktop. I'll put that back there. I'll see the, and this is my other desk. I'll see the taskbar. This one, I need to click this a lot. Because right now it doesn't have focus because I'm moving other windows around. So I'm going to give the app focus. That's the Microsoft Flight Simulator display. And the two circles mean we're in VR mode. Every once in a while, if that, and I run in windowed mode so I can see the title bar. If it's white, it doesn't have focus and you're not going to give any input to the plane or these windows. And also while in meta mode, you cannot interact with those windows. Those are driven by the app, and the app knows nothing about meta. It's streaming from my desktop into my headset. So the source of these visuals, the landscape, the airplanes, everything, is Microsoft Flight Simulator running on my desktop, and I'm connected, tethered in PC VR mode for the highest possible performance. And then Meta composites all of these multitasking windows into the Microsoft render, the frames that are sent to Meta. Okay, so in order to interact with Microsoft Flight Simulator, I have to close the Meta dash and all of the associated, but I don't have to close the windows, but at least get out of the dash. So now I'm in Microsoft mode. So now my controllers can operate Microsoft Windows. All right. So that's baseline. That's where we are. And they want me to hit Control E to complete the startup procedure to get the plane ready to go. But I can't because I don't have a keyboard unless I don't have a portal to see to my desktop. And I can reach and go Control E, right? And I guess I'll do that just to show that I can. Control E. And then I go back.
Captain, if there's a day made for flying, this is it.
Resume.
For today's flight, you're taking Emmeline, one of our friends, and one of her
Okay.
colleagues over St. George's. Everyone is
Okay,
comfortably seated. Get ready to depart then. Engine started. Let's go.
Yes, indeed. Okay, but see now, aircraft entered prohibited airspace. So I already got a ding, and all I'm doing is sitting. So I would suggest that there is a bug. I hope I get paid, and I hope I get all my money, but apparently I'm not going to get all my experience. That's all right. It's early days. I'll go ahead and turn the Garmin on so I can see where we are. And I'll zoom it a little bit. Okay. And then I like to know, I mean, I don't need to see the flight plan, but I like to see the waypoints. That's the flight plan. Where you look at it, it's going to be a left-hand pattern all the way back. But the waypoints give me the degree. Initial climb is 284 degrees. So I'm going to bug that 284 degrees. And that's going to give me a clue as to which way the runway we have to be heading to take off. Right? So I'm going to turn that to 284. I also have it mapped onto my HOTIS throttle. So I'm going to just, I'm doing altitude. No one's told me what the altitude is. I'll put in 1,000 feet. 1, 2, 83, 284. All right. So we know which way we're taking off. We're taking off to the right. So when we taxi to the runway, I would suspect we need to go left. And you can see the windsock way over there. And it's blowing to the left. So definitely we like to fly into the wind to get as much lift as possible. So that's why we're taking off on runway 28 with a heading of 284 degrees. So we'll be flying off to the right there. All right, so I'm going to hit control space to release the parking brakes. Or, since it's easier for me to just hide the yoke and click the parking brake is now disengaged. I can fix the yoke and bring it back. All right. Now, I will turn on my taxi lights. I don't know if they're going to get me on that. My nav lights. I'll turn on my strobe. I don't need the landing lights. I'll turn on my beacon too, so people will know that we're here. And I'm going to leave everything else off. Right? And then we're going to take a look outside at the aircraft. Right, so looking at the airplane, let me get into drone mode.
Ground NightBat341 Mike Echo, Sierra 2 Tree 14 request taxi for south departure.
So the beacon is flashing.
NightBat341 Mike Echo Sierra 2 Tree 14 Ground Airport is currently
The
IFR.
nav lights
Request denied.
is on, I'm sure. And the lights are on. And I'm wondering if I just got a timeout. But it's good to learn now for 700 than later. Wait for clearance. NightBat, request taxi. NightBat, ground airport is currently IFR, request denied. Alright. So instrument flight rules. Alright.
Ground NightBat 341 Mike Echo, Sierra 2 Tree 14 ready to copy IFR clearance to Tango Romeo Papa Golf.
NightBat 341 Mike Echo Sierra 2 Tree 14 is cleared to Tango Romeo Papa Golf Airport as filed. Expect runway 28 maintain 700 feet. Departure frequency is 12.7 squawk tree 474.
Alright, so I'm gonna bug 700 feet is my assigned altitude. 700. Alright. So now I'm gonna go ahead and try to stay ahead of the aircraft here. I'm gonna get into nav mode.
NightBat 341
GPS.
Mike Echo Sierra 2 Tree 14 acknowledge last transmission.
Alright. Alright. They're not giving me anything to hit, but I'll put on my Meta Ray-Bans to hit enter.
Ground NightBat 341 Mike Echo, Sierra 2 Tree 14 ready to taxi IFR.
NightBat 341 Mike Echo Sierra 2 Tree 14 taxi to and hold short of runway 28 via taxiway. Contact tower on 118.8 when ready.
Alright, 118.8. So they're tuning my radio for me usually to 118.8, but I'll go ahead and acknowledge that.
Ground NightBat 341 Mike Echo, Sierra 2 Tree 14 ready to taxi IFR.
NightBat 341 Mike Echo Sierra 2 Tree 14 taxi to and hold short of runway 28 using taxiway. Contact tower on 118.8 when ready.
Alright. Alright, acknowledge.
Ground NightBat 341 Mike Echo, Sierra 2 Tree 14 ready to taxi IFR.
NightBat 341 Mike Echo Sierra 2 Tree 14 taxi to and hold short of runway 28 using taxiway. Contact tower on 118.8 when ready.
Alright, well, I don't know what to say. Alright, let's tune the radio. Because they didn't do that either for me. (118.8), and I, oops, radio. 118.8.
NightBat 341 Mike Echo Sierra 2 Tree 14, did you hear my last transmission?
Yeah, okay, from trying to be 118. Acknowledge.
Taxi to and hold short runway 28 using taxiway NightBat 341 Mike Echo Sierra 2 Tree 14.
I'll just do it here. Stop at hold short.
Hi. Thanks for taking us aboard.
Oh, you're...
I'm Emmeline. I'm thrilled to fly over St. George's with you. Our office is somewhere in this area. We hope we'll be able to say hello to the team from above.
Oh, cool.
Nice
That
to meet
sounds
you.
very creative. Nice
I'm
meeting you as
Tammy.
well.
I'm hanging out with Emmeline for this flight. Pretty exciting.
Well, I hope to make it less so, but I'm sure that you're going to have a wonderful time and clear skies are ahead. Have you done this before? This is one of my first flights. What? You know, I'm not even supposed to be flying IFR, to be honest. I don't have IFR certification. I'm certainly not supposed to be getting paid for it. I haven't even gone to that course. Must be a glitch in the system, but we be all right. All right, so we're going to go left. Wait. Request takeoff clearance before I get on the damn runway. That wouldn't be good at all.
Tower NightBat 341 Mike Echo Sierra 2 Tree 14 ready for departure runway 28 IFR to Tango Romeo Papa Golf.
So these two parallel
NightBat
lines with
341
the
Mike
dash.
Echo Sierra 2 Tree 14 QNH 101 Tree. Cleared
Right.
for takeoff runway 28.
So she just gave us the QNH barometric pressure, which is standard 29.92, which is also QNH is 1013. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and acknowledge the clearance.
Cleared for takeoff runway 28 Nightbat 341 Mike Echo Sierra 2314.
I should be able to just click the barometer. And I don't know where the barometric pressure is on this thing. Map HSI, OBS, VIMH, kind of like that. Barometer. That's what happens when you rely heavily on flow prompt. I just clicked the barometer button and I never learned where to set it on this thing. So maybe if I click menu, hit it again, nope. Direct to, flight plan, procedures, clear, and enter. This barometer is the outer knob, but if I twist it, I don't see where it's changing. That's calm. Good thing. What's this? I should have looked before I started mucking with this, because now my barometer is probably off. Oh, look, 29.96 inches. So, okay, good. Of mercury, right? So I know standard is 29.92. And you can see, this is critical. All right. Now, you see, watch the altitude change. It says that we're 560 feet above ground level, I think, or above sea level. ASL. But when I change the pressure, the altitude changes drastically, right? So you can run yourself into the ground if you don't reset your barometer or come in way high, or if IFR, you can't even see for a good ways out. Maybe you ditch it into the ocean. So I believe pretty much that 1013 is definitely standard barometric pressure, 29.92 inches of mercury. But what you can do is you can go and ask for primary function display options, and maybe I can do standard barometer. All right, I just clicked that, but it didn't tell me anything. So primary function display options. Click it again. 29.92. So apparently they don't display QNH. Let me change it again to standard barometer one more time. And then tweak the knob, the outer knob. There's somewhere where we can probably set it to QNH, but that's a good thing. I have no idea. So we're going to go with that and say we're good. And I wish I could grab this thing and pull it over here. Excuse me for a moment. What are you doing? I'm sorry. Are you an Uber driver? Oh, come on with the Uber driver joke. No, I don't drive Uber. Okay. Now, flight planner, aircraft, clear spark. You need to measure speed, height, distance, weight, volume, and temperature. Okay. So they don't give me the ability to change it here either. All right, we're in a Cessna. Cruising speed is 124 knots. That's important to know. All right. And it's a Cessna 172 Skyhawk. And we looked at settings and I don't see barometric pressure. So we're going to get off the barometric pressure. I'm going to leave my waypoints up. Thank you. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. They didn't expire our clearance. We're ready to go, baby. I mean, ma'am. Excuse me. I get ahead of myself. I know you dig pilots. Right? That's why you're here, right? Oh, you mean you wanted to go sightseeing? And it has absolutely nothing to do with me? Oh, all right, well. I might still give you a 5-star rating. You know, we get to rate the passengers too, right? Just saying. But I always show y'all my ratings before you show me yours. I usually don't find out yours until much, much later. Truth be told, I don't know what you gave me. But hopefully it'll be a 5 because this is my first flight of the night. And I was doing some serious editing, graphics in it. A lot of, oh man, it was tedious. But I didn't get a headache or anything, so I think we should be good. I'm trying to stay on the runway. This thing's a little twitchy. No, it's really smooth. All right, here we go. I might need to get some new, rudder pedals. All right, I'm going full throttle into the wind. We need to get to 55 knots before we hit that tree. And we're up. All right?
Hey, this is something else.
Now, I'm trying not to exceed maybe, 15 degrees of climb, but really because I want to go higher, faster, better, stronger, further, farther, I'm going to go ahead and drop my nose and see if we can get to 75. Now, they told me to maintain 700 feet, so we're basically already here.
Don't sink.
All right. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. We're up in the air. Everything's going
Look,
well.
it's the spot we used for team building last year.
Wow.
Do you
fantastic.
remember? Good old times.
All right. Aviator performance speed infringement. What? What the fuck is that shit about?
NightBat341 Mike Echo Sierra 2 Tree 14 contact PRCO Center on 12 Tree 7. Good day.
All right. Altitude infringement. Well, I'm looking at all of these markings up here. They said
NightBat341 Mike Echo Sierra 2 Tree 14. Did you hear my last transmission?
Yeah, I did. I just got a couple of 341s pulled.
It's
in
so
no
quiet
time
up
at all.
here. So peaceful.
Yeah, I know, but I'm already having a bad day. They're gonna tell me I'm above my.
NightBat341 Mike Echo Sierra 2 Tree 14. Did you copy?
Yeah, I copied. Hold on a minute. I gotta get the trim wheel because I'm trying to drop some altitude because I'm already in trouble.
Going to 12 Tree 7 NightBat 341 Mike Echo Sierra 2 Tree 14.
So you see this course ribbon? I turned that off and instinctively.
Wow. I'm usually more articulate, but wow.
No, that's cool. Wow, I get you. I feel that. It is beautiful up here, isn't it?
Don't sink.
Look at that.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
I got it. I'm getting all these phantom infringements and everything. They told me to maintain 700 feet, but there's a ribbon up over my head.
Don't sink.
And the ribbon is like,
Don't
I'm going to adjust my trim
Don't sink.
so I can keep straight and level flight.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
I'm trying not to sink it.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
I'm definitely throttling for 140 knots.
Okay.
Don't
Not
sink.
scared?
Don't sink. Don't
I'm
sink.
too excited to
Don't
be
sink.
scared.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
I'm trying to get
Don't
onto the
sink.
course.
Don't sink. Don't
I
sink.
gotta pay
Don't
attention
sink.
to the
Don't
course.
sink.
All right,
Don't
I'm gonna
sink.
go ahead and not sink and try to maintain 700. But how do I maintain 700? Explain that one to me. I guess I'm supposed to go through that pass. I'm trying to intercept for this
So
GPS.
how's your flight going, Emmeline? Enjoying the view?
Our pilot is giving us the VIP treatment. It's such a great moment.
Oh man,
I'm happy for
so
you.
glad y'all
I
are
want you
happy
to
with
enjoy
me.
the moment.
But I'm above my assigned altitude. But I'm looking at this mountain and I'm like not really trying to. Let me go ahead and hit autopilot and turn on nav.
The sky is so beautiful. And beautiful doesn't really do it justice.
Now, if I were to maintain,
Oh, here's Plymouth. I wasn't prepared to feel this emotional about the view.
if I maintained
It's great seeing
700
the
feet,
world from this angle.
wouldn't I be crashing into that mountain right now? Like I'm almost ready to do. 7,000 is 1,200. All right. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go 1,200 and say, I don't know, flight level change. Well, fuck it. I couldn't get there before. Stay below 87 knots. Now I gotta cut throttle. Pull up. Get to 1,200. Pull up. Alright. And fly around Plymouth. Now which way am I supposed to go? Well, I don't want to stall. Alright. I'm gonna pitch the nose down and get back down to 1,200 feet. Alright. 1,260. GPS and autopilot engage.
Everything I see makes a great photo.
And what do I know? I already made a mistake. Because I just gained airspeed. And it looks to me like the pattern really goes left.
We're still flying
Welcome
too
back,
fast.
aviators. Are you
I
okay,
was hoping to have
Emmeline?
more time.
Ready to give it a go again?
Whenever you want to do it again, I'm ready. What an amazing ride.
Yeah,
Loved it.
they really know how to hurt your feelings. They're like, you fucked up. I was really hoping to have some more time. Yo, you have to remember, I'm messing with 3 things in 2 hands. I gotta start using the trim wheel a whole lot more than just relying on the joystick, because I gotta grab this in order to toggle autopilot. But I do have an autopilot button mapped. I just couldn't find it. I got it now. I just toggled autopilot on, and now we're trying to get there.
500.
But I'm kind of feeling like I need to gain some altitude to get to that thing. So if we make a beeline, the autopilot is not going to the waypoint. It's retracing the course. I'm going to take whatever the hit is. I just want to see how much I can trust that autopilot, right? Right now, I'm expecting it to try to maintain 1,200 feet. And we wanted to be at 87 knots, so I'm going to pull back. Where's the wind? Is off our right, sort of off the nose. And I'm going to go with a vertical speed. Pitch the nose up. And let's see. Up. 300 feet per minute. And what's the autopilot doing? What pattern is it flying? It looks to me like it's confused. Because the next waypoint is behind me. And we want to be below 87. All right, we're heading into the wind, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a little bit more throttle. And I'm looking over here at the map, hoping that we would go the right way. And it looks to me like there's some sort of a challenge. I want to see if it'll follow the whole plan, because I want to spend my money to get my rating. All right, we're at 73 knots. Let me go 75. We're at 1,200. So we're holding the altitude now, and we are following the waypoint for that teardrop, but I don't know if we were supposed to be going around the other way. What's confusing me is that white line right here, FPL 000. I'm wondering if yeah, I have to pay more attention coming out. All right, now looking at that final approach fix, I don't think I'm going to be able to get there that way. So it looks like we're going around to the left side of this ridge. And it looks like, based on our vector, I guess I could increase my speed, because I'm going to go ahead and make sure we don't overspeed, because I don't want to pay for the engine. So we're at 25, 60, 40 RPM. All right, now I'm looking at the altitude, and it looks like our vector might make it, but now it looks like nah, it's not going to.
500.
All right, and I'm going to yank this bitch and go for 15 degrees. And
500.
look for the little gap at 75 knots to get my best climb in the shortest distance. And now I'm stalling. Come on. We might just make it.
Stall. Stall.
Pull one out my ass. The will to survive is strong in that one. I'm supposed to get to the final approach fix, but they didn't tell me at or below. But we do have the runway bugged. Alright, full flaps. We're coming down. I pitch my nose 3 degrees. Coming in, and when I get to that fix, we should be good. I'm above stall speed with full flaps on, 52 knots. Alright, and the flight director's telling me to bang.
Stall.
Give me some airspeed. Throttle flow. Runway's over there somewhere. Full throttle. Come on. Climb, baby. Climb for Papa. Climb. Climb.
Stall.
Climb.
Stall.
Climb. Climb. Did they do that shit on purpose?
This is not the plan. Welcome back, aviators. Are you okay, Emmeline? Ready to give it a go again?
Whenever you want to do it again, I'm ready.
What
an amazing ride. Loved it.
What the fuck? I don't know about the missions, man. Hold on. I couldn't see. I had no clue where the landing strip was. Okay. They didn't give me any altitudes.
Don't sink.
Like for the
Don't
waypoints?
sink, Don't sink.
That's
Don't
just
sink.
half a mission.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
Don't worry about
sink,
that shit.
don't
I'm
sink,
restarting.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
I'm just trying to
don't
figure out
sink,
how.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
I need
don't sink. Don't sink.
keyboard.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Active
Don't
pause.
sink.
Got a phone call, right? Alright, I'm gonna hit escape on the keyboard. Alright. Let me get in the airplane. I got my finger on the escape button. Get out of active
Don't
pause
sink,
and hit
don't
escape.
sink, Don't sink.
I don't have focus on the app. So they ignored that. Where's my controller? That's the thing. Without eye tracking and hand tracking in VR, it's a bit of a guessing game. Hey, waypoints with no altitude, I'm gonna give them a failure too. That shit can be fatal. Don't, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? That's partial implementation. Okay. Why? Because I'm looking at a digital elevation model that's very big looking, and it's not looking really good. It's like your odds are not, it's much bigger than we are. Right? You know, if you're not at the right altitude coming in, you're asking for some serious fucking trouble. Hey, I don't know, buddy. It's just not looking promising. I don't think you can climb. What you got, a freaking F-15 or an F-35? Hold on. Apparently this thing's not coming. So much stress. Yeah, it's not turning. What happened? They're like, you know, stop everything. Do not pass go. Don't collect $200. What's wrong, man? My vape's not charging. Okay. So, takeaways. Electronic flight bag needs to give you at or above or at or below on those waypoints. ATC never told me on the way back from the tour what altitude to maintain to make it over the mountain. On final, I didn't know what altitude I was supposed to hit the final waypoint so that I would be able to see the runway, which was hidden from me the whole time behind this big ass mountain. So I was too low, and then I was trying to climb up over some homes on final, and I didn't make it. I know y'all showed me in the digital elevation map, but I was trying to get up over this shit. And I think I ran into this one. One of these houses right there. I think it was this one. Like my last hope was, can I, nope. Right there. So this is how I need to be coming in over this, right? But just fail it the first time and then restart. All right, so they're saying, hey, you're coming this way, right? I'm trying to see if I trust the course. Now, I was supposed to be on this side. Like I'm thinking that pattern should never have put me on the other side, right? So when I was ignoring that, it's a left-hand pattern into the runway, and the brackets are all there. And since I can't turn those brackets off, then I trust that that's part of the mission. Because I went into the menu and I was trying to get rid of those ones. So what happened was somehow we did something and the waypoint wanted us to come over, I don't know, I think I was up. I was flying like over here or something like that, and we got up over here, and then you really want to be coming through here for the pattern. But even if they make you go that way, you want to come in through these brackets to actually safely land. All right, I'm gonna redo this mission, but I'll take a quick break. I'll be right back. Double check the phone. All right, I'm good there. All right, I gotta give it another go. All right, so I gotta cancel out. So unkeyboard. Keyboard. And escape. Restart. Do-over. Grinding for 700 credits. What? Alright, let me make sure I'm seated the proper way. Alright, here we go. Do some. Check. And recenter with the throttle. With the posting. Okay. Am I set? One thing I did discover though is that I can use the air traffic control menu instead of the enter button to advance, to give acknowledgements. Alright, I did the walk around last time. I ain't doing it again. Alright, let's get the mission steps. Oops. I gotta take that away. That spinning in the circle thing I did. Should never have done that on the trigger. I should let the spin be hopefully triggering grip on this hand. And this is my natural inclination to do selection is to right trigger button. However, forward, oh no wait, Alt N to skip to taxi. Yeah, I already taxied one. Alt N. Thank you for giving us skip. Alright, I do need to do Control E, and they did take away. Let's see if I get back in.
Captain, if there's a day made for flying, this is it. For today's flight, you're taking Emmeline, one of our friends, and one of her colleagues over St. George's. Everyone is comfortably seated. Get ready to depart then. Engine started. Let's go.
Control to release. Alright, I taxied and we had a wonderful conversation. Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Now, I'm going to go ahead and request taxi clearance.
Ground NightBat341 Mike Echo, Sierra 2 Tree 14 ready to taxi IFR.
NightBat341 Mike Echo Sierra 2 Tree 14 taxi to and hold short of runway 28 using taxiway. Contact tower on 118.8 when ready.
Alright, I'm assuming somebody's going to tune 118.8 for me. It's not standby right now. I could tune it myself. You gotta hold your breath. 118.8.
NightBat341 Mike Echo Sierra 2 Tree 14 please acknowledge.
Yeah.
Taxiing hold short runway 28 via taxiway. NightBat341 Mike Echo Sierra 2 Tree 14.
Well, I'm already past the 118.8.
Thanks for taking us aboard. I'm Emmeline. I'm thrilled to fly over St. George's with you. Our office is somewhere in this area. We hope we'll be able to say hello to the team from above.
Nice to meet you.
I can't.
I'm Tammy. I'm hanging out with Emmeline for this flight.
Okay.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah, it is really. Absolutely. All right, hold short. I tuned tower 118.8. I'm gonna have to talk to ground right now. Now it's time for me to just go, and I'm gonna practice driving. Left brake full, left rudder, full throttle, back off. See if I can inch it around so we don't hit anybody and fail mission right away. All right, hold throttle back, put my brakes on. Make sure that I don't go past 15 knots. I'm pretty sure that I cleared that airplane over there. All right. Left rudder, right rudder. Interesting paint job. And all right, I'm getting ready to hold short, and I'm applying the brakes. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get nav mode ready, and I'm going to cheat. I know they told me 700 feet, right? And we're currently in pitch mode, but it's a lot to try. Hold up, can I get flight level change? Started. And I have to quick press my mapped button on my throttle hand. I feel it right here by oh, and then I want to bug 284 on my heading, which is westerly, right? 270, 81, 94 heading. Whoops. 284. 4. So that teal bug is where we want to go. Line out to the right. And the same way when we come back. But for now, we're armed for GPS mode and a flight level change to 700. Right? I'm going to request takeoff clearance from the tower.
Tower NightBat341 Mike Echo Sierra 2-3-1-4 ready for departure runway 28 IFR to Tango Romeo Papa Golf.
So these 3 fingers are handling my joystick, and I'm keeping this in my hand.
Cleared for takeoff runway 28.
All right. Clear. Acknowledge takeoff clearance.
When do we start?
Takeoff runway 28 NightBat341 Mike Echo Sierra 2-3-1-4.
We're going for it. We stopped short of the whole short markings. Nobody's coming. And we're just going to get on boogie on down. All right. Full left rudder. Tap the brake. Yeah, full left rudder, not throttle. All right. So I'm minding not to exceed 15. I'm going to hit some brake. I'm just trying to make sure that they don't ding me for speeding. Trying to take off some forward momentum there with the toe brakes. And I'm glad they gave us a diagonal line to get to that turnaround. Make a U-turn in line with runway 28 and then take off. No acknowledgements required. I'm going to give myself as much runway as possible to the right without falling off. All right. Full left rudder, and I'm tapping the toe brake to try to get us to turn sharp. I just don't want to be on the grass. All right. I think I'm almost there. Getting that to turn around and stay on that is a little bit challenging for me for some reason. All right, I'm going to straighten out and start to apply full throttle with a little tiny bit of right rudder. And I'm looking for 55 before I get to the tree. 40, 8, 50, pull up. And they're probably going to tell me
this is something else.
1,000. 8, 9, 1,000. It really is. Now I'm going to pitch with the wheel, and then I'm just going to go ahead and immediately hit autopilot. All right. Now, what did autopilot just do? Autopilot just went
500
for a course that ain't quite right? So
you must feel like the queen of the world when you fly over a beautiful region at sunset. Definitely need to try that someday.
Give me this shit back.
Stall.
Alright. Basically, I don't know what's going on with the autopilot.
Don't sink.
NightBat341 Mike Echo Sierra 2 Tree 14
Don't
contact
sink,
Piarco
don't
Center
sink.
on 12 Tree decimal 7. Good day.
Yeah. 1100, right?
Quick! A photo!
Don't sink.
Or was it
Don't
1,000?
sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Yeah, go ahead, get a selfie.
Don't sink.
I'm trying
Don't
not to sink.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
NightBat341 Mike Echo Sierra 2 Tree 14 please acknowledge.
I acknowledge handoff. I agree 100%. Here.
12 Tree decimal 7 for NightBat 341 Mike Echo Sierra 2 Tree 14.
Alright, I'm gonna assume that they're giving me a hint.
You okay? Not scared?
Over speed.
I'm too excited to be scared.
Alright. Cruising altitude is
Don't sink.
124.
Don't sink.
Cruising
Don't
speed
sink.
is
Don't sink.
124.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
I'm
Don't
at
sink.
1100.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
I'm just
Don't
gonna
sink.
keep the 1100. Here's Plymouth. I'm gonna start slowing down.
Relax, Emmeline. You're gripping the seat so hard you're going to break your hand.
Altitude infringement.
Don't sink. 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 Don't sink.
Well, y'all need to keep the
Don't sink.
altitude I need
Don't sink.
above my base. Alright.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
ATC speed infringement.
John was right. I don't feel afraid or dizzy.
What the fuck? Speed infringement? They're just dinging me all over the fucking place.
Oh, here's Plymouth. I wasn't prepared to feel this emotional about the view.
I'm pretty sure
It's
it's
great seeing the world
87.
from this angle.
$1,287. Oh, I got 2 greens. Alright, so it looks to me like I'm supposed to be going left-ish. Is coming off my right. I'm gonna give it a little bit more throttle. We'll get ready to head into it. And our altitude is 1360. I'll let the nose drop a little bit. Get down to 1200. Pull the throttle back as I put the nose down.
Everything is in such sharp focus from up here.
Alright, now we're at the altitude. Passengers not complaining about anything. But the computer is, right? Alright, we're into a headwind. Get a little bit more throttle. I'm looking at the wind right there. It's coming off our left nose. We're dropping airspeed, so I'm gonna go ahead
What a
and
view!
bring it back up a little bit.
I recognize almost everything below.
1200. Yeah, it's wonderful. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. You have to have some freaking auto responses.
Hey, look.
Welcome back,
I think it's your house
aviators.
over here.
Are you okay, Emily?
We could almost
Ready to
say
get a go
hello,
again?
everyone.
Alright, now
Whenever
you
you
see
want to
that?
do it again,
Don't
I'm
worry
ready.
about the final.
Oh,
Look for the
wow. I
orange
see that too.
markings.
That's awesome. I
Alright.
didn't expect to spot that so easily.
Now, They didn't tell me
What an
anything
amazing
about.
ride.
Yeah,
Loved
it was
I feel
fantastic.
so lucky to do this with you.
You are such a wonderful audience. So like you're very sincere. Now, am I gonna get a speed infringement? Because now I'm booking to get out of this flight so I can start another one. And try to figure out where the problems are. All right. Judging from what I see with my eyes, I think I'm at a decent altitude. So I'm going to leave it trimmer for that. And now I can see that right now you can't really do autopilot around that mountain. You got to have flightless. All right, we're doing 95. I'm going to adjust my trim wheel to get my nose down a level. Try to keep from climbing anyone, but not going down either. I'm like trimming the trim wheel and then waiting to see what happens. All right, now I think I slowed down our. All right, we got to enter that pattern. So unfortunately, I was cranked up on the throttle, so I need to figure out what RPM I'm gonna want, and then I'm gonna have to get used to looking at that 3D map. All right, there's the final. Okay, so coming around this side of the mountain, I can see the runway. All right, I'm starting to slow down and I'm dropping altitude, so I'm gonna pick up the nose and introduce more throttle, and I'm gonna go with one stage of flaps, banking, and now I'm gonna go with 2 stages, and I'm gonna go ahead and put them all in 3. Now we should drop a whole bunch of airspeed. And all right, take a quick look outside. Flaps are down. And back in the airplane, looking to make sure we're not approaching stall speed. All right, so the wind is from behind us and gonna be pushing us to the left. All right, we're getting slow, so I'm introducing more throttle and making a slight climbing turn. And coming around, pulling some throttle out. The wind is off our left shoulder, 56 knots. All right, I'm going to give it some more throttle, just so we don't get anywhere near stall. I'd rather go long than into the ground. So I'm going to start pulling some throttle out, because we are a little fast. And now we're coming in under control, but it says we entered prohibited airspace. So I don't know if that's some kind of bug or what, because I'm basically doing what the system is telling me to do. All right, so now I'm gonna keep that nose at around a 3-degree glide slope.
500.
3 to 5. I pull the throttle out right now. All right, I'm gonna start flaring it pulling up a little. Let the ground pull me down.
Smooth as silk.
Brakes. But we weren't on the center line, but now apparently I gotta turn this around, right? Go to this coast. I think we're turning around, you just gotta be patient where they can come around. Oh, too much toe brake. Because I already got full right rudder. There you go, I got it. You just can't push too hard on that brake. Okay, so around the mountains with waypoints, autopilot is probably not something anybody would want to really do, because the autopilot says, hey, I see an intercept, the waypoint's off to my left, I'm going to cut across the mountain to get there. You can't have that shit. You can't be cutting across. Follow the pink line. You see the curve? It's there for a reason. They're like, oh, we're just going waypoint to waypoint. That curve is for you. You know, we're not following every pixel on your screen, apparently. Announced taxi to parking.
Ground NightBat341,
NightBat341 Mike Echo Sierra 2314 taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway, NightBat341, Mike Echo Sierra 2314.
I just did. Why is that still saying that? Let me see. Now I have to go to press enter because they didn't clear that last state. And I'm hoping that they do. But are they going to get me for not announcing taxi parking? The funny thing is that unless, let's make sure I'm not supposed to be behind me right now. No. It's like, this is it. When you can't hit enter, I have to alt N. At least I have a way out. Focus? Yes.
Always cool to see your own region from a new perspective. Looks like they enjoyed it. That was a great flight seeing session. Cool.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you, man. That's why y'all put me up in the air instead of down on the ground. I noticed y'all do that. Hey, would y'all like to get a selfie with your pilot? Put it on my Instagram? Yeah. Yeah, NightBat341. Styling and profiling. Alright, there you go, bro. I know you styling, but we need your passengers too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She's looking the other way. I gotta wait. Yo, actually my question is, if I get out with this button. I gotta be in there to get out though, right? One button. To get in, to get out. I need to get out of the meta menu. Take out my Ray-Bans. And now, get out. Did I get out? Alright, now I'm out and there it is. Well, that ain't fun. Alright. I don't know, we have to ask for a solution to that problem. And this one I can only currently go to. No pilot, man. But you can elevate, go up and down, right? If you figure out which button is supposed to fit. Am I in the camera mode yet? Yeah, I'm in the camera mode, but Holmes is not in the plane. Alright, y'all. Well, we just imagine the pilots in there with you, okay? But I dig the fact that they were smart enough to say, you know what we need to do? We need to make the characters look in the general direction of the camera. Alright, and then I have to hit Y. Alright, there's my passengers, but no pilot. So now I drop the camera and get back into play. Right? But that's the best I could do, y'all. I hope y'all enjoy your flight. Okay, so now it says end of flight, wait for engine shutdown. I'm like, okay, cool, I'm waiting. How long I gotta wait? They're like, well, you were out of the plane, so am I gonna get paid for this? Alright, what can I do? I can close ATC. I can grab the mission steps. I can dismiss that. If I hit this menu button, resume. Alright, y'all. Mission's complete. Let's go. Turn this off. Turn this back on. Pretend I'm popping it out. Close it. Open it back. Mission steps. Hit the pop out button. Click it a few times. Close it. Open it, close it, open it, pause, unpause, minimize, maximize, exit out, meta, Control E, Control Shift E. Alright, they wanted me to shut the engine down. Alright, Control Shift E. I'm getting my little bit of chump change. Chump change. I got an A on that one. Aviator performances details. Okay. So I'm gonna go to bed on a positive note. I'll try to think about the takeaways so tomorrow will be smoother. So before we get out of here, what were the takeaways? Go back to headquarters. 600 credits. Base income, commission for the employer, 10 credit, reputation, and no skip bonus. Oh, I didn't skip anything? I don't know what that means. Oh, I skipped something, so I didn't get the full mission reward. I wasn't eligible for a special mission. Or this was not a special mission. But I got a 2% bonus for each mission. Alright, whatever that means. It means something to somebody. I don't know. Every mission that I take, I get 2% bonus. Oh yeah, I get plus 2%. So if I get a B or an A level pilot, I guess I get more bonus. I don't know. Next, level up. I'm a level 7. Chill, level up, new level reach. Next. Alright, so next go round, I'm at 4310 on my credits, like that. Total flights, 42. Distance, a lot of nautical miles, 31 hours. I got 1 of 514 earned world photographer. My career, I'm a level 7. Challenge league, I don't do right now. Alright. Statistics. Alright. Number of successful takeoffs. Number of completed photo objectives, 1. Collections, number of failed landings, number of career missions, number of weekly first place rankings. Photos, Cessna. Total flight time. Most played career mission time. Total flight time, only for first place. World photographer, 1. Career missions completed is 0. Don't know. Most played careers. First flight. Challenges. No challenges. Free flight. Takeoffs 52. Logbook. Airplane. Yeah, it looks like some stuff that I flew. So apparently we maintained the history at those 6 hours and 41 minutes. Alright. Photo album. Alright. Customize identity. I don't want to change anything. But if I did, you can't modify. Okay. Don't want to do it. I don't want to reset my career. I'll go back. Alright. Certification. So still 2. Back to headquarters. And Meta Ray-Ban glasses, 4:15 a.m. I think that's a respectable shutting down time. I'll try not to push it too deep into tomorrow to wake up. So, back to the main menu. And with that, I will say thank you for watching.